never heard before. Like, when are you happiest? And have you ever peed on anyone during those mass roadside pit stops? I also remember that column he wrote that week. Hate to say this, but it wasn't about the bike. Or the race, really. It was about struggle, will, and victory. It ended with this scene about the moment that week when my then-wife Kristen and I were about to open this envelope from our doctor, telling us what the sex of our baby would be. To me, that column seemed a little bigger than sports writing. A little better. Not that I'd ever tell him that. No, I much prefer to torture him. One time, for instance, I brought him along on a little training ride in Austin. He'd never ridden with clips before. I showed him how to clip in, and we took off. I made sure he was pretty much toast within 15 minutes, so I brought him back to the parking lot, got off my bike, and watched to see when it would occur to him he had no idea how to get off the bike. He was trapped. "Hey," he hollered, "how do you get your freaking feet off the pedals?" I laughed. "Now you ask?" All you have to do is kick your heels out sideways, and you come right off. But I wasn't about to tell him. God, it was hilarious to see him try to untie his shoes as he pedaled, or kick forward, cursing me the whole time. Finally, his circles got smaller and smaller until he just fell over sideways. Clunk. Hey, I said he was different, not smart. Forward by Rick Reilly. Okay, everybody, go ahead and grab a seat. That's great. Now, I guess you're all wondering why I called this press conference. Well, see, I spent half my life at press conferences, but not once have I gotten to stand at the podium and be the big enchilada. You know, show up late, call only people I like, and strut off in the middle of it. Besides, who's going to stop me? It's my book. Okay, questions. Questions. Tom? Tom brokaw. What's with the weird title? Oh, right. Hate mail from cheerleaders. Well, when I first started writing the Sports Illustrated column every week, I did one on cheerleading. I said, cheerleading's not a sport. There are 10 or 11 sports for girls at every high school. If you want to play a sport, get in between the lines and play a real sport. But wearing a circle skirt and a tight sweater and facing away from the field going 2, 4, 6, 8 is not a sport. Well, this went over like anthrax brownies. We broke a record for hate mail on it, but hate mail from cheerleaders really isn't bad at all. It's sort of like getting pelted with rolls of scented Charmin. It's always on pastel paper and usually includes a picture of the squad, and they write, "I hope you die," with a little heart over the eye. Hey, love your top, Katie. Go ahead. Katie Couric. Have you been lifting? Oh, well, thanks, yeah, a little. Walter? Walter Cronkite. Have you ever got any scary mail? Well, whenever I write about guns or my opposition to the war or anything to do with Detroit, the mail comes with lots of cut-out magazine letters and blood. But mostly people seem to enjoy proving they're much more clever than me. Of course, that's not hard, sort of like taking Stephen Hawking 2 falls out of 3. Oprah. Oprah Winfrey. Does it bother you when people come up to you and say, "I love your column because it's the perfect length for my morning you-know-what"? Yes. Yes, it does. And I hear it all the time. And that's why I always have a pair of surgical gloves with me, in case they want to shake hands. Okay, Grantland. Grantland Rice. I see other sports writers doing not just 1 column a week, but 3 or 4, and doing daily radio shows and TV shows. And yet, you only do a little itsy-bitsy 800-word column a week. How do you justify that? Next question. Damon Runyon. Why won't you answer Grantland's question? See, here's what you people don't get. I work all week just trying to find one decent idea. Sometimes I'll write 3 or 4 full columns, but you only see one because the others either A, sucked, B, were unfact-checkable, or C, were made moot by the fact that Mike Tyson shot the president. And then there's all the bulk columns, you know, ones I start and give up on because they turned out to be worth only half.